What's going on, guys? I'm Kyle, and welcome to the channel. Today we have something extra special to be unboxing. Everybody loves Miku, right? Right. Well, today we will be unboxing the beautiful, highly anticipated Hatsune Miku Shimian Maifu version by Good Smile Company. We'll be unboxing the figure, setting it up, as well as taking a look at the paint job, sculpting, and giving an overall review of the figure. But I'm sick of waiting. Let's get this thing open. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is obviously the beautiful hollow foil coating on the box. I'm not sure how well it picks up on the camera, but the entire box, as I said, is covered in this hollow foil coating that looks very similar to, like a holographic trading card or something like that. The box opens, starting at this nice little Miku colored notch here in the front. Box unfolds, revealing a lovely Miku colored interior with some, I'm not quite sure what to call it. Scrollwork's not the right word for it, but the wallpaper inside the box itself is beautiful as well. Here we have Miku herself inside the clamshell of the figure. Then also there is a twist tie in here holding the two sides of the box together. I feel like I haven't seen one of these since I unboxed a Transformer as a child. I'm pretty sure they expect Houdini to untie this thing, so I'm gonna go get some clippers. I'll be right back. Alright, so here we have, this looks like one of her flames, one of her hairpins or something stuck through it. Now, I've seen several people complaining online that their flames arrived broken. Okay, looks like I'm lucky enough to have this all in one piece. And then here we have the ribbon that has her hand as well as these birds in it. This is actually the part that a lot of people have been having trouble with that I've seen online. I've seen a couple people say that you have an easier time working from the bottom up instead of from the top down as the instructions say. We'll start from the top down the way the instructions say, and then if we're having trouble with that, we'll try the other way around and see if that's any easier, and I'll let you guys know which one works better. Lastly, we have Miku herself. Boy, she is. On first look, this thing is just absolutely beautiful. Oh my god. And then this little plastic bag here is actually woven into her hair strands. There's all her little placeholders for her arrows. We have the arrows themselves, which are taped into the box. The arrows all look quite similar. They're just 3 different lengths. So as I said before, the assembly seems fairly straightforward other than putting the hair ribbons in, and that's the first step. So let's go ahead and knock out the hard part first. All right, so the hand obviously goes in her arm. The second bird is going to go under this pink flower right here. And then the last one goes on her side ribbon right here. Hey guys, Future Kyle here. I'm helping out past Kyle, who, as you can see, is fighting for his life over there. The poor fool. What I started off doing originally was following the instructions, working from the top hand down, trying to get the other 2 birds in. This piece has so much spring to it that it was bouncing around while I was trying to fit the hand in, and I felt like I couldn't get the angle right with the second one. So I kind of decided to go between the instructions and the way I saw a few people on MFC discussing by putting in the bottom piece to keep it from moving. putting in the hand second, and then I just kind of struggled with the middle one until I decided it was fine as it is, but I'll let Past Kyle tell you that himself. All right, honestly, this second piece, this is the one that I see a lot of people having trouble with, and I can't really get it in either. The top and the bottom ones are secured in there, and they're holding that middle one close enough to where, honestly, from the angle that you'd view it at, you can't even tell that it's not clipped in all the way, because it's resting in the slot there, but it won't slide in all the way. And being such a light piece, I think being secured on the top and the bottom, it should have enough structural integrity to stay there. I don't feel comfortable with it trying it anymore because I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. We all know I don't have the best track record with that type of thing. I'd say with that, bird ribbon is complete. Moving on to the hair flames. Hair flame goes in between her pipa and this bird here. We have a short, a medium, and a long arrow. Medium arrow in the back, short arrow on the left, long arrow on the right. And then last is her big flame. And then her flames just kind of wrap underneath her hair on the side right here, and then just go in between her hair and the arrows on this side, slides into the base. There we go. She is done. Other than the bird chain, this honestly wasn't too difficult. I'd say the whole thing probably took about an hour, with 40 minutes of it being the bird chain that I only completed 2/3 of. Overall, this figure is absolutely beautiful. I really love the color palette that was chosen for this figure, how only certain colors stand out like they would in a traditional oil painting. The base itself is nice, nothing too special. The entire figure feels very tall and top heavy, and honestly I expected something a little wider for such a big, intricate figure. I love the sculpt of her dress, how the ruffles fold and lay up against her body. The burn holes in the legs are nicely painted as well, and they're a very nice touch. The birds and the ribbon, while being a pain to put together, honestly look great. They really captured the whole floating, suspended look, and it gives the whole figure a very dynamic feel to it. Also, it's a little bit hard to see, but I love how they have the 01 on her arm still, just in kind of like a older looking text. Her pipa is beautiful as well, with the decals on top actually being painted on top. You can actually feel the texture of them. The strings on the pipa are real strings, I guess you could say. They have tension to them and do make a sound if you touch them. I accidentally brushed them a few times while putting the figure together and heard that. The hair sculpt is incredible as well. The way it kind of circles around her entire body, the gradient of the paint, all the pieces being shaded in between, and the individual strands flowing and encircling her. The way it fades from that dark blue to the traditional light blue Miku teal color. The way you can see the orange glowing inside of her hair from the flames around her. I really like the more mature, solemn expression they captured on her face, and the subtle orange reflection of the flames in her eyes as the battlefield burns around her. I feel like they really captured the emotion of the musical piece that this figure is based off of, Shimian Maifu, or Ambush from 10 Sides. It's pretty cool. You guys should definitely check it out. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way the figure turned out, which I should be, considering I spent almost 37,000 yen on it. This is actually my first Miku scale, so I really don't have anything else to compare it to, and I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put her. Probably out in the living room or something, you know, where she can be seen easily, because this is definitely a centerpiece worthy figure for anybody's collection. I know this thing is pretty much sold out everywhere, but if you guys are able to get one on the aftermarket for, you know, a somewhat reasonable price, I would definitely consider doing so. I'm really glad I pre-ordered this one when I did. And that's about it, guys. That is the Hatsune Miku Shimian Maifu version 1/7 scale figure by Good Smile Company. I know there's a lot of Miku figures coming out this year, but this one might be one of the most impressive ones yet. But what about you guys? Which ones are you excited for? Let me know in the comments. I've got a couple other Miku figures pre-ordered. The one I'm the most excited for being the 15th anniversary Racing Miku. You know, the one where she's got the trophy and the giant cake. If you guys are looking forward to that, make sure you subscribe so you can be notified when that comes out. But I'll see you guys next time. Later.